Welcome to Lesson 1 Continued, Multiplying Decimals and Fractions. The focus of this video is on multiplying fractions. And we can do this several ways. We can multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, and then simplify the answer. Or you can look to see if the fractions can be simplified before you multiply. This is the approach that I'm going to take. So example 1 wants us to evaluate negative 3 over 5 times 3 over 4. Now when you have a negative in front of a fraction like that, you can place that with the numerator and write it as negative 3 over 5 times 3 over 4. Now let's see if we can simplify any number in the numerator with either number there in the denominator. Notice that 3 can't reduce with the 5 or the 4, so there's no simplification that can occur here. We can just go ahead and multiply. Negative 3 times 3 is negative 9, and 5 times 4 is 20. So we have negative 9 over 20. Example 2, we had to evaluate negative 12 over 5 times negative 2 over 9. And here we do have an example in which the fractions can be simplified before we multiply. Look at the 12 and the 9. Both of these numbers are divisible by 3. 3 can go into 12 4 times, and 3 can go into 9 3 times. So what we end up with is negative 4 over 5 times negative 2 over 3. So now that it's simplified, we can multiply. Negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8, and 5 times 3 is 15. Now, just to show the other approach, I'm going to multiply first and then simplify after. So we have negative 12 over 5 times negative 2 over 9. So multiplying those numerators there, we get 24, and multiplying the denominators gives us 45. Now to reduce, we need to think of a number that can go into both 24 and 45. In this case, that would be 3. 3 goes into 24 8 times, and 3 can go into 45 15 times. Now, about the same amount of work was required for each method, but simplifying first becomes more advantageous when the numbers are a lot larger. Example 3 here involves some mixed numbers. What we're going to do with those mixed numbers is change them to improper fractions. Two and 3 over 5. We have 2 times 5, which is 10 plus the 3, 13 over 5. Then 1 times 4. Notice I didn't say negative 1 times 4. You don't take the negative. Just 1 times 4 is 4, plus the 1 up top gives me 5. So negative 5 over 4. Now to simplify, I see I have a 5 in the numerator and 5 in the denominator, which of course can be both divisible by 5. Cancel each one of those off and replace with a 1. Can rewrite that as well, just to make it a bit clearer here what we have. 13 over 1 and negative 1 over 4. Now multiplying that gives us negative 13 over 4. We're going to change that back into a mixed number now. 4 can go into 13 3 times with 1 left over. So negative 3 and 1 over 4 is our answer. Now example 4 involves a whole number multiplied by a fraction. So what we can do is change that whole number into a fraction by writing it over 1. A very common mistake that occurs in this case when people multiply a whole number by a fraction is that they multiply the whole number by the numerator and the denominator. And they say that the answer is 12 over 18. But by writing it over 1, you can see that we only multiply the 6 by the 2 and 1 by the 3. So this is what I suggest we do. Now before I multiply though, I am going to reduce. The 6 and the 3 can both be divided by 3. 3 goes into 3 once, and 3 goes into 6 twice. Now we'll multiply. 2 times 2 is 4, and 1 times 1 is 1, or just 4.